All right, guys, these are your channeled messages for May 28th through June 5th, 2026. But the messages are timeless. Whenever you find them, you're meant to find them. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Let's get it. First card out is you know what you're doing. Trust yourself. Don't gaslight yourself and trust your intuition. Second card out is this seems oddly familiar. It's given deja vu vibes. Recognizing patterns, make a different choice, evolve or repeat. Connecting the dots, figure out why this is occurring and what options you have to change. You're not stuck or trapped. And the last card out is it doesn't matter what they think. Do you and what you think is best for you. You're not obligated to adhere to what anyone else says regarding your life. You have free will, use it. Listen to yourself and don't let others pressure you. It really overall overwhelmingly feels like you're in a space where you're making some changes, you're doing things differently, you're taking different paths, you're just doing things differently, and it looks, it's unfamiliar to those who've been around you, right? It's unfamiliar to people who've been acquainted to you, who've known you for a long time. You're just you're different. You're just operating different, you're moving differently, maybe you look different. It's something about your everyday day-to-day life that is different. And you're also at the point of where you're able to notice the cyclical patterns of things. You're able to notice when, like, this is where I missed my exit the last time, right? Like you're starting to see the exit routes. You're starting to see the alternate routes, right? You're finding ways that you hadn't previously seen before to rectify your situation. And whatever that situation is, you're finding alternative ways to do things, right? It's almost like, like the main road that you had been going on forever is like closed, so you're having to take the detour. There's almost kind of like this blatant, like glowing sign that's presenting to you, that's making it almost next to impossible for you to miss this exit, for you to miss these exits, right? It's like you're being forcibly like I said, the detour thing, it's like the road that you've been previously looping on has got it's under construction, the road's closed, so you have no choice but to like take this alternate route, right? And you're like not You're not like fighting against it. You're just kind of like, oh well, like, I guess I'll do this now. You know what I mean? And but it's just becoming like a very effortless transition for you. You're doing different things, and but this process of you doing these things differently is requiring you to have like the utmost trust in yourself, right? Because it feels like there's going to be some sort of like pushback from other people, right? Who are what it's giving like when LeBron James said something. I don't know what it was, like I don't watch the news and I don't keep up with it, but I do see memes. I be seeing the memes heavy. So like, but it's like when LeBron James said something or did something that essentially like stood up for him or stood up for like the black culture or something. It was like something like this, right? And then everybody's rebuttal was like, "Shut up and dribble." Like just play ball, just focus on basketball. Like we don't want to hear your opinions. Or like one of my favorite comedians, he had like said something, and again like speaking out on some like serious topic, and like the backlash was like, shut up and stick to the jokes, like just stick to the right. So it's given like something like this where people just want you to people just want you to do the one thing that they made you famous for, right? It's like this where it feels like there's going to be, maybe not to that level, but or maybe for some of the select few, like you are like this is the thing for you. Maybe you're a celebrity at this point already, but whatever. It's just, this is the overall example that I'm giving of it, of it's like it feels like are there's like a small conglomerate of energy that wants you to stay the same and play the same role that you've been in, and like not branch out and do other things. Because maybe it's that you doing these other things puts too much spotlight on you, and then you do get to this point of you being like world renowned, or just locally famous, or you know what I'm saying, like you're a local, everybody knows you in your town, or like everybody knows you in like 3 states. It's like something like this. Whatever it is that you're doing is going to like, whatever it is that you're starting to do, this other thing that you're trying to venture out on, maybe it's just something that it brings you more exposure, right? Whatever it is that you're in the process of doing, creating, working on, putting yourself into, right? Like I because the energy is coming back here heavy in it, I'm gonna stitch it into this reading as well. But this was like last week's or last night's reading that dropped in, of where I was given the examples heavy of acting, right? Of like playing. If you've not seen last night's, it's like the part two of like you're going through the metamorphosis video. You should watch that. Like pause this video and go and watch if you've not watched it. The metamorphosis, you're going through a metamorphosis part two video, because I'm stitching that energy in here because it's coming up. There's something about you, maybe it's you're like doing acting or something, right? Like of like maybe you do like stage play, or like maybe you do it's something about your acting, right? And it's whatever. Maybe you were used to playing like one role, right? Just doing this like one, but then now you're like, oh, well, I'm no longer doing these roles anymore, and I'm going to do this role. It's this. It's like something like people are mad because you're no longer playing the one role, or people want you to stay on the one role. Um, but you're taking a detour. You're doing something else, right? It like that's not just your main squeeze that you've been doing up to this point, right? I'll just say that up to this point in your life, like it seems like for the last decade or more, you've been very focused on like this one thing, right? It's like it is your soul's thing. But you came here with other gifts, abilities, and like elective courses that your soul wanted to do or perceive, or just things that would make your soul happy, right? And it just feels like you've already done the things that like were required of you. It feels like you've already completed your core classes this incarnation, right? So what's left for you are your elective classes, obviously, because you're still in a physical body and you still need to have things to do. You know, your soul needs to still have some sort of fulfillment going on. So when a soul has already completed its core classes, and you know, and it's in its lifetime and its incarnation, it doesn't matter at what age you are physically, you then default to pursuing your elective courses, right? Pursuing your elective passions, pursuing the things that just like make you happy. You know, so what the goal is here right now from this point forward for you is really for you to do. We're here at the do what's best for you, do what you want thing, and it really is the focus of what makes you happy. What do you want to do at this point in time with your life, because you've already done the hard hitting grunt work, mundane, really difficult, painful things up at this point. Now listen, again, I'll put the disclaimer out here. This is not everybody. Really, it's not. Like, so this is a select few of you, but like this is what I'm saying is at some point there's a probability of that a lot of souls before they leave this planet, physically leave this planet, will reach a point in time where they have completed, if not all, but most of their core soul classes. Um, but anyways, this little conglomerate of energy that I'm talking about here for you guys, you're the road of mundane, painful, really challenging, hard hitting, hard work, grunt work, grin and bear it classes, core classes that you have been on loop up until this point, that the road's closed. And the detour road is going to take you to like one of your elective course roads. And but like I said, there's this feeling. Ah, oh, and it's given the deja vu energy here is given like this is something from your past that you wanted to do like as a kid. Do you know what I mean? It's also giving that like this is the what's coming back up right now is going to seem oddly familiar to you because it's something that you wanted to pursue or a passion that you did have like way back when before your ass got sent to the battlefield, right? Right. So it's like this is something that you thought you were going to pursue and you thought you were going to do, or you thought, it was what lit you up at the time. Right. So for me, it was like modeling and acting. Right. Like that was I was like, oh, like I'm gonna be America's Next Top Model and I'm gonna do the acting thing. And I enjoyed those things, but then I got enlisted into the front lines. So like, you know, this is what I'm talking about. It's like the things, the dreams and the goals that like you had when you were young. He once was a young warthog. When you were once a young warthog, the dreams and the goals and the passions that you had then, it's like it's coming back down the pike for you. It's looping around. It's spinning the block for you. For you to give it a go again, to do it again, because again, it's like the things that you like. So I'll just use my example again. So like for me, the modeling and acting things are elective courses for me. They're things that I just have an interest in. They're just things that I like doing. There's things that light my soul up, right? And that's just it. Like it's funsies for me. It makes me happy. I don't do photo shoots for anybody else. Like I do it for me because it makes me happy, right? And this is like what you guys are, this is it, this is where you're supposed to be. But the reason why I couldn't pursue those things then was because like I hadn't done the work to access that yet. Like, so I can see, like, had I not got rerouted onto the battlefield to go through the things that I had gone through back then, and I had just hopped into the acting and modeling world, like I would have got ate up, like quite literally. I would have gotten devoured. Like, look, just effing look, just look at the state of the of the world and all the child actors and people who were in that industry from a young age, like, and how they turned out and the things that happened to them. Like, I don't I would not I was not and would not have been prepared for the things, you know what I mean, like, to handle it. So it's like something about the things that you wanted to do and pursue when you were a young warthog. When you were a young warthog, the dreams and the passions that you had are what are coming back up right now. And you have the ability. It's something like I said, it's something like, maybe it's you, because I keep hearing this of like, oh, but I need to just focus on doing the thing. And again, I can only give the examples for myself. So like for me, the example is just being like, oh, I need to just be doing the spiritual stuff. So when I made my skits, like, it felt weird to be doing that, because I was like, oh, I just need to. So maybe it's your internal voice. Maybe it's not even somebody on the outside that's saying this shit to you, but like, maybe it's your internal voice that's like trying to keep you trapped and like doing just what you've been doing over the last decade, or pursuing whatever it is that you have been doing for just the last decade or whatever. It's something, you know what I mean? You're not obligated to continue doing what it is that you've been doing, right? Whether it be as your career or whether it be just for funsies. Like, you're not required to just keep doing the thing. Let me clarify, you were required to do the things to completion. But like, once you graduated, like, that's it. Like, you don't have to keep you don't have to keep doing the same lesson, or doing the same thing, the soul core class, once you've already completed it. And you've already completed it. So it's like, let it go. But it just feels like internally or mentally. And again, maybe some people will say it to you externally, but it really is giving, like, this is some sort of internal dialogue that's like making you feel like you can only do the one thing. You're meant to only do the one thing. And if you stray off of that path, then you have somehow like forsaken your ancient sacred pact to source, or you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm joking, but like, I'm dead serious. This is how it feels. It feels like you're like betraying yourself or something. Is how it feels. It feels like you feel like if you stray from the path that you've been on, then it's like betrayal, and that's like not. That's not it. You need to sit down and with yourself and figure out why you feel like this is, like, you can only do the one thing, because it's not. So, you're like I said, you are required to complete your soul's core classes up front first. But once you have completed your soul's core classes, you are free to move on to focus on any and all of your elective core classes, your elective soul classes. And that's it. You have the free will and the power to choose a new role, a new position, a new funsies. It's like I said about the Gemini energy. This is really, really good energy right now for you to focus on what feels good. The funsies of life. What brings you joy and happiness? What lights you up? What makes you, what was the thing that you wanted to pursue when you were a young warthog? Hmm? because that's the thing that you need to get back to doing. Do the things that your young warthog self wanted to pursue before you got snatched up and sent to the battlefield. Now is the time for you to pursue it because you have done what was required of you first. It just really feels like that the this last I and again, no morbid shit. Like, I'm not trying to sound like morbid. And again, this is for a tiny conglomerate of energies here. But it's like y'all's this is the last half here of your physical incarnation. It's like from this point forward, this is like your paradise era, where you're just doing things that feel good. You're having fun. It's time for you to have fun. This is like funsies time from this point until from when you watch this video until you leave this physical planet. It's funsies time for you because you've spent the first half of your incarnation here in the battlefield on the front line fighting the worst war that we have seen in eons, millennia. And so now it's time for you to take the boots off, to hang the armor, to take a nice shower, go get in the hot springs, and to relax and have fun and bring about the world that you want to have around you. Bring about the things that you want to have around you, and only do what feels good to you at this point in time. Like, don't put up with no bullshit. Don't be around some people that just irritate you and take from you and drain you. Don't don't include yourself in nonsense that doesn't pertain to you. You know what I mean? And like, people can get mad all they want, but like, let people deal with they bullshit on their own. You have been the support beam for long enough. Let people figure their shit out. Don't continue to put yourself in unnecessary bullshit. It's an easier said than done thing, but like I said on the last one, Val and I have said this abundantly. If it is not contributing to our health, our well-being, our happiness, or our money, it's a no. It's a no. Only do the things that you want to do, that your soul wants to do, that lights you up, that brings you money, that fulfills your soul, right? If at any point in time something becomes like an energetic, a physical, a mental, emotional burden to you, it's got to go. You got to get the f up out of there, and it, and it just is what it is. Start telling people, I ain't got it. I ain't got it. Start telling people, I don't have it today. I'm sorry. You got to figure it out. Whatever. But you've got to protect yourself and your energy, because you're in the phase now where you need to start bringing in, manifesting the good life for you. And you can't do that if you're in raggedy energy and you're run down and all the things. You need to. Anyways, the card that's at the bottom of the deck is your words are your wand. Your words are powerful. Use your words wisely. Rapid manifestation. Speak with compassion, love, and conscious effort. Like I said, it's just a time of you focusing on the funsies that you want to have, focusing on the life that you want to have, focusing on bringing in the goodness that you want to have, to feel, to experience in your life across the board. And remember, just like I said in yesterday's video, when you're manifesting, you need to be in the mind of a child, right? You need to have that childlike mindset where you believe that you are Link or Zelda and you're out there with the sword, even though it's a paper towel roll, and you are slaying the monsters and you're at Hyrule Temple and you're out there doing the things. There can be no limits to what you believe can be real. There can be no limits, no boundaries to what it is that you can create in your mind and what is possible. There has to be limitless possibilities in your mind when you're manifesting, right? Like you just need to, you don't need to know how it's going to work out. Like these are human adult things that we have created. These are constraints that we as humans have created, of like, well, we need to know the this and that of that, and well, we need to know how that's going to happen. Well, how are they going to do this, and when are they, well, when is that? Like you don't need to, you just need to see it. You need to see it, you need to believe it, and then everything else happens on the back end. Like if you come with that childlike energy, I'm telling you, y'all, the things that I have right now have come from the pure fact of that. When I manifested something, I said it with confidence, I said it with reverence, I said it with a fullness and all belief that that was going to happen for me, and that was what was going to take place, and nothing and no one was going to stand in the way of me receiving what it was that I needed, or the receiving what it was that I wanted. And that was it. That was on period. That was period. That was it. And that's what happened. Like up to the T. Every single thing, I wrote it down on a piece of paper of like, these are the things that I need, or these are the things that I want. And like when it came to like manifesting places, or manifesting, a car, like to the microscopic details, know what you want and ask for it and believe you deserve it. Like this is the real thing. I i full 1000% believed that I was worthy of getting the things that I needed and wanted at the time, and that it was going to be delivered to me. And that's what happened. Like, get into that mode, see it, feel it, believe it, and let it go. Don't be like trying to don't be trying to like micromanage the universe, or don't be trying to like water it down with any doubts or insecurities, because like I said, when I manifested the things that I needed when I needed them, I had 1000% confidence that it was going to happen for me. And that's how it works. Anyways, there is a lot that's coming back around for you. There's a lot that's coming back around for you, because it's time and you're ready for it. And they're things that lit your soul up, right? They're things that really brought you joy and happiness. And we got the Sagittarius full moon coming up. Y'all know this is the second full moon that we've had this month. What the hell? Anyways, and Sages are very much that. Like when I think of Sag energy in the traditional Rider Waite tarot deck, for me the Sages are like the little explorer page, the page of wands, right? Page of wands is like, let's go party. Page of wands is very like frisky, feisty, party hardy. Sages are very much that. Sages are very much, in their light. They're very funsies, about the funsies, about the parties, about the like, let's live life, turn up. It's sad. This the dog that I sit. She's a Sag, and she's all about like, let's party, party, party. She constantly wants to play this ball, and it's all gas, no brakes with this. Is this kind of energy? But the I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna leave it there. But yeah, just with this energy that's coming through, it's a lot of what you wanted from the past, but it just wasn't time and you weren't ready. But now's the time. And there's no more looping and going down the main road anymore. You're going to be detoured, redirected to doing the things that light your soul up. And you're going to be given an extra boost of funsies with this Gemini and now Sag full moon energy to really kick your ass into gear of like, go out there and have some fun. That's what I have for you guys. I hope this was helpful. Thank you all for all your likes, shares, subscribes, donations, and comments and support in general. Don't forget, you can buy the New Earth Guidebook to Healing and Ascension on Amazon. And you can lock in with me on a one on one session, create a custom package with me for whatever your needs are, and all the other things. They're in the description box below. And I'll see you guys. Peace.